So, D-Row, the Toronto Blue Jays had already won the series, but they have to feel after yesterday's game, man, we let one get away because they were really looking good for a sweep against those Yankees yesterday.
Would you have brought the righty in, Bowden Francis, to face Judge, or let Meza? That's a tough call by John Schneider right there.
That is.
It's not like you have a ton of options there.
Yeah, well, as I said, Chad Green did not pitch in that game. They said that he was dealing with some shoulder soreness, and Romano was also unavailable too.
Just watching the Yanks play, though, and we're going to get into Juan Soto. His ABs are must-see. Back-to-back with Judge. I mean, the two of them. He makes walking look like an art form at times. I'd like to see him pull the trigger on a few more pitches, but we're going to get in. Nays, researcher to the stars, tells me, hey, with runners in scoring position, D-Row, don't worry about it. He gets a little bit more aggressive. So I wanted to three-tile this game real quick. I want to focus on Daulton Varsho because he took it on the chin. Let's get into it. He had a big game yesterday, 2 homers. He had a great defensive series, which I don't think people realize. We talk about Christian Walker at first base being like this DRS godsend. Daulton Varsho, more of the same from a defensive perspective in left field. So he's gotten off to a nice start. Pause this. Bring up the trade board from last year, because this is crazy when you really think about it. Daulton Varsho, Blue Jays acquire him, and look at what they gave up. Now, I know they have Alejandro Kirk, they have Danny Jansen, they had weapons behind home plate. Lourdes Gurriel was going into a free agent year. Were they really going to pay him? Who's to say? There was outfield for days there. So I understand the thinking, but my God, he's turned into a potential franchise pillar with my man in the outfield, Corbin Carroll. And Lourdes Gurriel has got 5 bombs already and is pretty much proven he's been one of the more savvy free agent signings in the offseason by Mike Hazen. So, landslide to the D-backs in this trade, face value. But let's get back into the tape. Daulton Varsho's got 4 bombs. He's got an OPS of north of 768, I believe. I can't read your notes because I can't put my glasses on right now. And he was able to take a sinker from Marcus Stroman on a 1-2 count. He doesn't cheat, and we'll get into it. He almost hits with like a 2-strike approach. Sets the foot down and lets his hands play. Here he is again against Caleb Ferguson, kind of going out and getting a cutter away and hooking it to right field. Pause. You see him just drop that foot? That's what we used to do with 2 strikes in Texas. That was a Mikey Young move. Get this foot out of the way, head doesn't move, and then just play pepper with your hands. He's doing it from jump. Run this. Bang. So hopefully he goes on to have a monster season, plays great D, hits 30 bombs for them, and maybe the trade starts to even itself out a little bit. But you can't deny in left field, he probably should be playing center on every other team, but he's got Kevin Kiermaier in center field. So watching him play D, this is last year, playing caroms at the Rogers Center. He's got a great arm. He's just got a nice feel for how to patrol the outfield. Bring up the DRS board, because I was like, whoa. Outfield DRS leader since the start of 22.
Holy moly.
Holy moly.
And he blows him out. Wow. The 52, 33, Stephen Kwan, Tatis, Kyle Isbell, and Michael A. Taylor. Michael A. Taylor, one of the better ones to do it in center field. So this guy's doubling your production in saving runs defensively in the outfield. You can understand why they went out and got the Kiermaiers of the world and the Varshos of the world with that great pitching staff. Okay, let's get into, I just want to dive into Soto's ABs. I mean, you talk about having professional at-bats, time, and he's changed the entire landscape of what they look like offensively. I know Verdugo and Rizzo back in there, giving them some left-handed pop, but this is his first AB, okay? Gets to a 3-1 count right here, doesn't come outside himself, splitty away, let's work the walk. Now second AB, right here, pause. Run it just a little bit more. I want to see the bug say 1-0. Pause. All right, 1-0 right here. Toronto's up, top third, 2-0. What do you think he's getting in this spot right here?
Heater.
What pitch? Thank you. He's bought himself a free heater. Because if he gives up a solo home run in this spot, solos won't kill you. I still got the lead. Run this. I'd like to see him swing at that. That's the rub when I watch him on a nightly basis. He ends up getting a little slider that he hooks through the 4-3 hole. But I'd like to see him in moments take a few more shots. But what he does do, pause, man in scoring position, bring up the runners in scoring position board for Juan Soto. Take a look at this. Juan Soto with runners in scoring position this season compared to the rest of the Yankees lineup. He's had 20 plate appearances. He's hitting .571 with a slug north of 1,000. The rest of the Yankees are irrelevant in this situation right now. Last year's Yankees were the second worst in baseball. So maybe a little bit of it's done by design. He waits for people to get runners in scoring position, and then he gets a little bit more aggressive. Let's get back into this AB. 0-1, he's already hacking. 96.
Oh boy.
Double off the wall. So I mean, nobody is controlling at-bats, and then right here, Genesis Cabrera. It should be left on left. He's a showman at the plate. Like, I know you're not trying to hit me. Let me just have a full AB, get you into a 3-1 count where I feel like I could get something in the middle of the plate. Now we're battling. 2-2. We're still battling. You're sitting slider all day long. Ooh, heater. I would have been sitting slider. He goes heater 96 and shoots him pull side. And he does things a little bit differently at the plate. For me, he's not a guy who creates a ton of lag with his bottom hand. He's real into the ground with his lower half. And then in this situation right here, 4-4, he knows he has Judge on deck, bases loaded, and he just grinds out an unbelievable walk.
So
And the way he goes about it, Robert, right there, he knows that pitch is down. And watch Meza. Watch this. He wants this pitch. Look at him.
No way.
Chance. Get off me. Now go get Judge. And then Aaron Judge. He's gotten off to a slow start. Let's dive in on him because he has had monster moments at the Rogers Center. That was the at-bat of 2022 against Manoah when he went 3-2 and tried to run a heater in. Two just absolute animals going after it. So he has dominated the Rogers Center. Remember the whole peaking incident up there that became a gigantic story for about 10 days? He doesn't need to peak. This guy is an absolute beast. But he has gotten off to a rough start for him. I expect him to get going. Obviously, Kevin Gausman wanted to establish heater in on him. He ends up getting a huge knock to get him out of there. Dirty split in a big spot right there, 3-2. Nasty slider down and in. Guys are making pitches. He's getting some tough pitches called on him by the umpire, putting him in a hole. But when he needed to step up, he stepped up in a big spot and won this game for them. I wanted to show a little bit of side angle because I just think
it's less of a marionette like it was last year. Is it in his lower half or no?
Lauren, we're going to look at it. Pause this. 2024, and this is last year. Same camera angle. They've adjusted Rogers Center. I know you're looking at the dugout right here, and you're looking at the camera well here. But they've adjusted the entire kind of infrastructure of what they're doing in the Rogers Center. This is a similar camera. So I want you to run this, and when he gets to that marionette, top of his leg kick, I just want you to stop. Pause. Now, to me, just naked eye stuff, what I would talk to about guys on the bench, it just seems to me like there's way more ripple and creases in his pants than on this side. Like he's way more stacked into this back hip, way more engaged lower half-wise. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
All right.
I just think he looks stronger.
Pause. This foot's already on the ground, and he's still reaching. I just think he's a little long. This just a smidge, a click off, a click where he's just this is getting a little out there too far, where last year it was into this hip, this came up and almost replaced itself straight down and he hit from back here and created this lag. Slow click this. Pause. Look at how tight he is to his body. Tight there too. It's pretty good. There's not much. He's gonna get hot as a pistol here in a second. He's just got to clean it up just a little bit, maybe just a little overstridey. Guys are beating him to the spot. Maybe he's getting pitched in a little bit more than usual. But when he needed to, he came up in a big spot. This guy. I mean, are we looking at like the Mets and Yanks are just going to fight all summer? Who's going to get this guy eventually?
And by the way, Soto tied for the major league lead with 4 outfield assists. He had another one yesterday, tied with Ramon Laureano.